Hey everyone, Eric here. In this video, we're checking out the Chemical Z from Totally Wycked Audio. So the Chemical Z is a signature pedal of Roy Z, who is a record producer and guitarist. Now, Roy designed the Chemical Z in collaboration with Totally Wycked Audio to use in his digital rigs to kind of like warm things up whenever he does like a fly date or wherever he's playing. But at the heart of the Chemical Z, we have a tube screamer style circuit. Now, one of the cool things about the Chemical Z is that it was actually designed by a person named Susumu Tamura. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But he is the originator of the original tube screamer circuit. So the person who designed the tube screamer designed this pedal, which is awesome. It's a pretty straightforward pedal. We have 2-foot switches down here. We have 3 knobs. Before we get into all the sounds and everything, let's go over the signal chain. I'm running my Woodwright Warlord into the Chemical Z, and then from the Chemical Z, we're going out to the Boss Katana. But this time I turn the gain up on the Boss Katana to kind of demonstrate what this style of circuit does best. So that's clean, essentially. Let's go ahead and get into the pedal. Now on the top left of the pedal, we have the level control. This is going to let us maybe make the Chemical Z a unity gain pedal or even a boost, or we can actually decrease the volume. If we start at the minimum, of course, we don't get any signal, and as we go up, we get louder and louder. In the middle of the pedal, we have the tone control. Now this lets us control the brightness of the pedal. At minimum, like we have it right now, it's going to be the darkest sound. As we turn the control up, we're going to get a brighter and brighter sound. And the last knob that we have on the pedal is the gain control over here on the left-hand side. Now, if we turn it down, we're gonna get cleaner sounds. As you hear, it's not very clean, but this is also our clean sound. So as we go up from here, we get gainier and gainier. Now we've come to the channel switch, which is down here on the bottom left. In the green mode, that's our normal channel, so we're getting a more traditional voice of a tube screamer, so that the mid-range, a little bit more compression. And now if we kick it over to the red channel, that's our hot channel. And what it does is change out the diodes, the clipping diodes in the circuit, and gives it a tiny bit of a change in like overall compression, but it also gives a different style of tube screamer voice to it. And Totally Wycked Audio says that that's pretty much in part to the fact that the different diodes that are used in the hot mode have a higher forward voltage, so it kind of makes it louder in different frequencies. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a riff on the green channel and then switch it over to the red channel without turning any knobs so we can hear the difference. And those are the features of the pedal, but I also wanted to just kind of hit on why this type of circuit is so popular and what the sound can do in, you know, making things more versatile and, like Roy uses it, kind of warming things up. So traditionally the Tube Screamer is voiced to where it lops off a lot of low end and high end. You get this mid-range frequency boost. So a lot of people, I'm gonna put it back on the normal channel, a lot of people like to boost the front end of an already driven amp, which is why I turn the gain up on the Katana, because it's a really full sounding amp, a lot of low end, and what this can do is tighten up the low end so you don't get as much of that low end muddiness or rumble that you don't want. You can hear there's a lot of low end in there. It's kind of taking over the frequency spectrum, so it would be really cool to kind of attenuate the low end and accentuate the high end. So what we've done is we've turned the tone control all the way up, gain, let's go all the way down, and then the level control is about 60%. So here's with no Chemical Z. Now let's go ahead and crank up the gain again, still with the tone on maximum, just to hear how we can layer more gain on top of an already driven amp, which is not exactly distorted, but it's kind of there, just to hear how we can get a really powerful and distorted sound. And then another setting I wanted to show is kind of the reverse of what I just did. I turned the gain up a little bit, turned the tone all the way down, and the volume's a little bit more than unity. So now what we're getting is we're kind of taking our amp and sort of turning it into like a faux fuzz type of thing. It gets a really dark and, again, driven sound, so it's a really cool texture to add to a solo or really any part of a song. hope you enjoyed this look at the Chemical Z from Totally Wycked Audio. If you'd like to learn more about the pedal or purchase it, I'm going to leave a link to the Totally Wycked Audio and Godlike distribution sites in the description below. While you're down there, if you want to help support the channel and you're looking for any sort of other musical equipment, I have links that go to Sweetwater, Reverb, and Amazon. Again, those help support the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well out there. I hope you're staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're taking care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.